Can you believe we've got 17 locations?
You never envision the idea of growing to the extent that we have. And I think the fact that we have a product and we do a job that's well received and people like it really has translated directly into let's do it somewhere else. And that's how we've grown so well.
That first one was a real challenge. I mean, we had the one location, started in Greenwich in 1981. We're both from financing backgrounds, and I answer an ad in the New York Times that's advertising this business, and the only reason I answered it is it had a local phone number, so call it up. A broker tells me it's a car wash in Western Greenwich that's doing about 50,000 cars a year. And I found that hard to believe, so he says go down and count them, so I did. And by my calculations, he was doing a lot more than 50,000 cars. So I call up Chris and say, hey, we got to get into this business. Of course, Chris reminded me that we weren't overly mechanically inclined, but I had said, that's no problem. He says, well, we really don't know anything about washing cars. And I said, what's there to know? Well, I can tell you the first 5 years we were in the business, we found out everything there is to know, and there's a lot to know about washing cars quickly, successfully, and making sure that the customer comes out satisfied with the service that we give.
I think it's also interesting when you start a business like this, and the fact that you do it hands-on, you learn very quickly about what's right and what's wrong, and how to do it better.
Like you with electrical.
Like me with electrical, I learned very quickly the difference between 110 volts and 220.
Yeah, Chris was trying to fix a light over our front door because we didn't have a lot of money, so we weren't going to hire an electrician. And as I was prepping the cars, I looked through the side door watching Chris on a ladder working on this, and all of a sudden I hear this pop, and Chris is no longer on the ladder. So I went running over to the room to see whether I was now a sole proprietor as opposed to a partner. And there was Chris with his hair sticking straight out saying, I think that was 220 volts. So needless to say, shortly thereafter we hired electricians from then on.
I learned that, and I also learned that it's always better to turn the circuit breaker off before you try to work on any piece of equipment. I can tell you one thing, the working conditions here are significantly nicer.
We love what we do. It's so great to make thousands of people happy, because everybody knows that you feel better when you're driving a clean car. One of the things has always been our employees. I think we've got the best employees in the country. Some of the guys that have been with us 5, 10, 15, even over 20 years. And they've stayed with us, I think, because we've treated them so well. And I think our philosophy has always been that if we treat them well, they'll treat our customers well. And that's the experience that we want.
There's a lot of dedication that goes on with these guys, and I think they enjoy where they work, and it really shows in the product they put out. It's something that we try to import to them because that's kind of our philosophy of providing a service and providing an experience that is something that's memorable and you enjoy coming back time and time again.
Yeah, so what do you think we should do for our 30th?
I think we got to do something pretty special.
So here's what I was thinking. I was thinking that we give away free car washes to a lucky customer. Free car washes for life.
Free car washes for life?
Yeah.
That's pushing it.
Oh, no. Pushing it would be giving away free car washes for life once per week for 6 weeks.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Why not?
How about at every site gives one of these away?
Caught.